Hey guys, E-Dub with Fish Lyfe Outdoors coming at you live from the Goat Lake. Got my boy Cody B, the Cajun Cannon. Got old DW right here. And hey, today we are going to try to show you that the Goat Lake is not just for trophy bass. Y'all check it out. Let me tell you what we're doing.
Heads up.
Alright guys, this is why we out here. Right there, the old sac-a-lay. Not the biggest, but I believe that fillet knife will go right down through there and down the side just right. Let me tell you what we're doing. We came out to this point. Honestly, I expected the sac-a-lay to be a little bit deeper, 20 to 25 foot, because everything I've been reading, all the reports, I did a little homework before coming out here. We're in a brush pile in 11 foot of water, okay? And we're taking some jigs. I happen to have this little black and white little feather jig you can see right here, black, white, and silver. And I'm just tipping it with a minnow and dropping it down, bringing it up by 3 cranks off the bottom, and then I'm just moving my pole back and forth like this, making that jig and that shiner kind of swim, have a little swim action, and the bites are very, very subtle. 2 of the fish I've caught already, which ain't on camera. 2 of the fish I've caught already, I didn't know I had, and when I raised up, my pole just got heavy like I was hung on the brush, but it's actually a fish. So we're gonna keep after him. Now, how did I find this brush pile? Well, I opened up that Fish Lyfe app and I started looking at some of these deep points where some of the waypoints were to catch bass on Lake Fork. And look, we got one right here. We got one right here. What you got there, old Cajun Cannon? Oh,
We perch jerk.
no bluegill.
We catch them all.
That is greatness. So anyway,
Get bigger, I think.
how did we find this brush pile? I opened up the Fish Lyfe app. I looked at some of these deep points where some of these waypoints are to go catch some bass. One of them said, this deep point has several brush piles that are holding some good fish. I said, hey, let's go use that side scan and that down scan on them old Humminbird helix, and let's find a brush pile and let's see what happens. Now, OZ don't have a Livescope. I don't need a Livescope, okay? I'm not a big time crappie fisherman. When I like to eat, when I'm ready to eat some fish, I go catch some crappie. So that's what we out here doing, baby. What you say there, Hank? Including this one that I've caught. Earlier in the day, we drop it down to the bottom, crank it up 2 or 3 cranks off the bottom, and just kind of swimming around. The last 2 fish I've caught, I've kind of casted it out 8-10 foot, let it swim back, and the whole time it's coming back to me, I'm giving it little pops and letting it hop as it's swimming down. They're actually hitting it as it's up here, and I know I got a fish on there because my line don't never get back tight. It stays slack. So pair says 11. Oh, get him, hand. What you got? Oh, we got a double going on here. Look out, my Fish Lyfe fans. Dude, that's a tank right there, bro. Cody with the old trash fish. The old Cajun Cannon with the old Cajun cat. The old Lake Fork delicacy. All right, guys, again, look, Z don't have no Livescope, so I want to show you what we're looking at. I don't know if you can see that, okay, but all of this right in here is basically the brush pile that I'm sitting on. All these up here are the fish around it. There's even some fish, you can see right there, there's even some fish in the brush pile, okay? So, y'all see the coordinates? That ain't coordinates. Download that Fish Lyfe app and you can find where we're catching these fish. All right, I showed y'all on the graph just a second ago how most of the fish we're seeing are hanging out on the top edge of the brush pile. Get him, boy. What you got, cuz? About time you catch a sac-a-lay now. Yes, sir. Look at old cuz there. Ladies and gentlemen, this message is brought to you by the Cajun Cannon, Cody Brunet.
Slab City with a Z-dub and D-dub in the side piece.
What you got there, old son? What you got there, old son?
That's a good slab.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a slab. That's a straight dinner.
What we got here, a big sack. That's a big sack of leg.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
I won some on that one there, Han. What you got, brother, man? Another good one.
Nice old slab.
That's what you call, I believe as the young children say today, she thick. All right, guys, so what we've done is we started out right on top of the brush pile, trying to fish the top of the brush pile, but we noticed on our graph that a lot of the fish had moved down. So we actually trolled up about 8 or 10 feet, which allows us to get down beside the brush pile, right on the edge of it. Maybe still in the middle of it a little bit, but it's produced some bigger bites here last couple of fish. Perfect example right there. I mean, a perfect example of that.
I got it now.
Another old fat back. There's one in every boat, y'all. Every boat, there's one. Yeah, what you got? Yes, sir.
That's another good slab right there.
All right, guys, it's important to note that we've actually changed locations. We were fishing a shallower brush pile, which I didn't really expect them to be in, but they were in there. We was fishing a 13-foot brush pile the other day, a little while ago. We've moved out to 21 foot of water, and we've got a brush pile that's from the bottom up to about 12 foot. So we're fishing that 12-foot range down to about 18, keeping it a foot or two off the bottom, and so far it's paying off. Oh, I said so far it's paying off. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this one feels like a good one. Feels like a bass. Hey, bass like brush piles. See what you got there, man. That is, I mean, that sun gun, I'm telling you, I can already imagine it in a frying pan. What? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fish Lyfe Outdoors. Slabbing is just what we do.
Well, that's a good one, too. Slab.
Yes, sir.
Straight twinks. Slab City.
Welcome to Fish Lyfe Outdoors.
Fat backs.
Hey guys, well, as you can see, Lake Fork is more than just a trophy bass fishery. It's got some good sac-a-lay in it as well. Good catfish, sand bass fishing. If that's your thing, you can do it all on Lake Fork, Texas, so check it out. Important to note, we found brush piles today using the Fish Lyfe app. I pulled up the Fish Lyfe app, checked some of them deeper points, saw that there was mention of some brush piles on them points. So we went out there, we used our electronics, we found those brush piles and caught fish. Now, first brush pile we got into, 13 foot. I was surprised the fish were that shallow, but they were. Not only were they that shallow, but they were hanging around the top edge of the brush pile. So we pulled up, fished the top edge of the brush pile. You saw that on the graph. We were swimming our jigs tipped with minnows around the top edge of that brush pile. We saw the fish move deeper, so we went a little deeper and still kept catching them. We also used that opportunity when we saw them fish start moving deeper in the brush pile. We actually moved out to a deeper brush pile and found more fish. So pay attention to that throughout the course of the day. As you see the fish move in the water column, move with them, okay? Hey, really appreciate you guys watching this episode of Fish Lyfe Outdoors with old Z-Dub, D-Dub, and the Cajun Cannon Cody Brunet. Hope to see you guys next time. And remember, when you bite that life, just get out and live it.